Thank you. The Interparliamentary Alliance on China is a cross-party international group of lawmakers united in the belief that the challenges posed by the contemporary Chinese Communist Party are beyond party and ideology. We began in 2020 with cross-party legislators in 8 countries. We now have 41 parliaments in the alliance and nearly 300 politicians from all over the world. It's been a very eventful year since I last had the privilege to stand in front of this audience. Since we last met, our co-chairs in Malawi and in the Gambia were both bullied out of IPAC by the People's Republic of China. In the case of Malawi, the PRC threatened to cancel the visit of the Malawian president to China if that politician did not quit this alliance of politicians. Only 2 days ago, the same thing happened in the Solomon Islands. Only this time, the PRC presented our co-chair with 3 conditions for dialogue, which included quitting IPAC and articulating support for the One China principle. All of which is to say that we at IPAC have found ourselves recently in the diplomatic crosshairs of the People's Republic of China. But we are still growing. And in South and Central America, the PRC is attempting to coerce lawmakers, but finding strong resistance. Indeed, every time the PRC tries something, it backfires, and it just underlines the reasons that lawmakers decided to join this alliance in the first place. The most recent country to join is Panama, a country which, in the past year, has become the theatre for great power competition. The decisions Panama decides to take over the next few years may tilt the geopolitical balance towards or away from authoritarian influence. This is why I'm very happy to introduce to you all IPAC's inaugural Panamanian co-chair, Deputy Manuel Cohen Salerno. Deputy Salerno is a veteran legislator, a public servant with over 3 decades of experience spanning government, diplomacy and the private sector. He is a committed internationalist and a strong advocate for democracy. Welcome, Deputy. It's great to be speaking with you, and I'm sorry that circumstances beyond your control mean that you can't be with us here in person. So first, Deputy Salerno, perhaps you could tell us, who do we have to fear more, President Xi or Donald Trump?
What do I think of?
Who do we have to fear more, President Xi or Donald Trump?
President Xi.
And could you elaborate on that? I mean, is it not the case that the Americans have got a point here over exactly what has gone on with the canal and the payments of it? And how could you characterize the behavior of China in that context?
We have to defend the neutrality of our Panama Canal, which was built by the United States and now is under our administration. And suddenly, China has been experiencing some ways to be closer and closer to Panama. And one of the things that we, the Panamanians, are looking very closely is that China represents a different system of government, very different than our way to do. Our government is democracy. United States government is democracy. And our country has been very friendly and associated with the United States since our republic was born. And we're having some influence of China since Mr. Varela initiated diplomatic relations with China.
Thank you. How does it feel at the moment to be something of a diplomatic pawn in a geopolitical game of great power competition? Deputy Salerno, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I do not understand. Can you ask again?
How does it feel to be a country which is being used in a game of chess, a geopolitical game of chess between the United States and China?
Well, we are a country that defends ourselves, and it's not good for Panama to be in between this situation between two powerful countries, which are United States and China. But let me tell you something. If we have to choose, we always have to be on the side of the United States because it's a democratic country. I mean, I do respect China. I do respect the way of doing government is their system. And I do believe we should have good relations with every country of the world. We have a canal that serves everybody, all countries. And we're looking forward to having good relations with everyone. But it's not fair for Panama to be between these differences that the United States and China has. There's no point of Panama being in the center of this attention, but we have nothing to do with their differences. But there's one thing that we have to appreciate and to value. The United States is a country that has a democratic system, which is our way of government too.
Thank you. Turning back to China, have we been naive about Chinese intentions for too long? And what can we do now to push back against Chinese economic coercion in your part of the world?
It's something that has to be looked at from the view of the government of Panama, which is the president of the republic. Is something that is not managed or under responsibility of the parliament. But we have to be looking of what's developing because there has been a lot of difficulties relating with the influence of China's government system in Latin America.
And as we're so hard-pressed for time, but I do want to ask you one final question. What would it take for Panama to normalize relations with Taiwan again?
Which is something that Panama should be worked on because Taiwan has been a great country, a good and great friend of Panama. I was surprised when this relation was broken. And I do hope and been working for since many years ago that Panama should have a good relation with Taiwan. Matter of fact, we do have commercial relations, but we do not have a formal government representation of Taiwan in Panama. And I believe we should have it.
Thank you, Deputy Salerno.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. I know that you've given time in a very difficult period locally, so we're hugely grateful to you for joining us, and we'll conclude the session there. Thank you very much.